Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I've been struggling with fragrances recently. I think it has to do with the weather and the weather being crazy here where I live. It's really cold, like freezing cold in the mornings and at night, and then it gets blazing during the day. So it's really, really hard to wear fragrances right now. You can't really wear cold weather ones, but you don't really want hot weather ones because it's like November. So anyways, I've got 8 here and I'm gonna jump right in. So one of the first ones that I wore is this beauty that was just sent over to me from Amy in a gorgeous smelly mail package. This is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. This perfume is actually perfect for the weather. It can be worn in warm weather, cold weather. It really is a great, just all year round fragrance. So this was perfect for this crazy weather we're having. It's warm and cozy and kind of sweet and boozy-ish and tobacco-y smelling and almondy smelling. There's so many things about this fragrance that just tick every box that I have as far as what I love in a fragrance. This just has it all. So again, perfect for the cooler mornings and nights where it's nice and warm and cozy. And then in the warm middle part of the day, you really get a lot of the cherry, which is gorgeous, but it's never really overpowering. It's never too much on me. It was just perfect for this crazy weather that we're having. So yeah, I really enjoyed wearing that. It's funny because when I tested this with I think I tested it, I either bought a decant of it a really long time ago or I had a carted sample. And I remember when I tested it, it did not perform well on me at all. It could be because this bottle is maybe older and maybe a little bit more aged. This performed really, really well on me. I got a good 6-7 hours out of this before I would have needed to reapply. So I'm super excited about that. That's why I love buying perfume secondhand, or just having perfume secondhand, because usually it's been sitting for a while, it's gotten better and deeper, and it's really macerated. And I think that's definitely happened with this one. So anyways, that is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Okay, next we have a massive fail. This is one that I picked up. I think I mentioned at one point in one of my videos that I was watching this perfume on Mercari. They finally sent out an offer or whatever. It got down to $10. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. I should have trusted my gut though. There was a reason why I was never pulling the trigger with this one. This is the fragrance from Josie Maran, and it says it's a holistic fragrance, and this one is called Peace Vanilla Wafer. This is a water-based fragrance, first of all. This doesn't have any alcohol in it, and it smells really, really nice in the bottle. Oh, it's got such an amazing sprayer on it. I mean, really, really amazing. It's worse than a body spray. I think I could smell it for maybe 3 minutes. Seriously, it was awful. It was quite warm that day though, and so I'm gonna hang on to this and wait to see if maybe it does a little bit better in colder weather. I'm not sure. I do like it because it's a water-based fragrance. I don't have any water-based fragrances. This is the first one. But yeah, this one's called Peace Vanilla Wafer, if I didn't say that already. It's basically just it's just a really beautiful, very kind of run-of-the-mill, milky, really milky smelling vanilla. I love the way it smells. I think it's really gorgeous. It's water-based and it just doesn't perform very well. I like how if you leave it, or once it sits for a while, the oils will separate from the water. So you have to shake it up, and when you shake it up, it kind of gets cloudy. But yeah, for $10, I'm definitely going to hang on to it. I never let go of I very rarely let go of a vanilla fragrance, so I'll wear it, and I'll just use it like a body spray, basically. I'll wear it as a fragrance that I spray on when I first get out of the shower, and I'll wear it while I'm, putting my makeup on or something, and then spray on my perfume of the day. Yeah, really pretty. It smells beautiful. Like I said, a really milky vanilla, but sadly it only lasts maybe 3 minutes. So anyways, that is Josie Maran Peace Vanilla Wafer. This next one, I love this perfume. This is Replica by the Fireplace, and I actually have not worn this for a couple of years. I love this fragrance. This is my fragrance of the day today, and every time I wear this, I forget just how much I adore it. It somehow smells better on me now too than it ever has. So this is one of those fragrances that I think has gotten better since my skin chemistry changed, and it just smells incredible on me now. It always has smelled really good on me, but it smells extra magical, I should say, on me now. This is like roasty chestnuts, sweet vanilla. It's got a kind of burning wood type scent, but very late. It's not a really heavy like burning wood scent. It doesn't take over the whole fragrance. I mostly get the really beautiful chestnut and sweet vanilla on my skin. I just love it. This is kind of like an old signature of mine, but not really, because I haven't had a signature since probably 2005. But I went through a winter where this was all I wanted to wear. This and Nirvana Bourbon were all I wanted to wear. So I've had this in my collection for a long time. I love this fragrance. It's warm today, so it's probably not the best day to have pulled this out, but I don't care anymore. I'm like so sick of the warm weather. I'm ready for cold weather so I can start wearing my, properly like wearing my cold fragrances. But anyways, that is Replica by the Fireplace. This is an absolute beast. It'll last for ages, 10, 12 hours. It lasts forever. I adore it. So yeah, Replica by the Fireplace. Okay, next I've got an Araf fragrance, and this is Araf Enchanted Katarina Light Blue. This is it's a dupe of YSL Manifesto L'Elixir, I believe. This is beautiful. This has also got kind of a roasty nut, like a roasty nut kind of note to it. It's really sweet. It's kind of like a sweet caramely vanilla roasty nut tonka fragrance. It's really, really beautiful. This one has just gotten better and better with time too. My liquid used to be really light, and it's gotten really dark now, and it's just gotten so much better over the years. I've had this for, I don't know, probably 4 years now, maybe even longer, maybe 4 or 5 years, and I just love it. When I first got it, it didn't perform well at all. I didn't love it because it didn't smell that great. It wasn't as deep and complex as it is now, and it only lasted for, I don't know, maybe an hour. And over the years, this thing has gotten to be an absolute beast. I can get a good 5-6 hours out of this now, which to me is plenty of time. And yeah, I just love it. It's really cozy, warm, comforting. It's a great cold weather scent. This one I waited until it was kind of the evening time to spray on, so that it was a little bit colder weather. This doesn't do great in warm weather. It's almost a little too sweet for warm weather, but I do love this one. I think it's a very underrated little gem. If you love Manifesto, I think you would love this. So anyways, that is Araf Enchanted Katarina Light Blue. Next, I knew that I wanted to smell like, I don't know, sweet strawberry milk and candy, and so I pulled out the oil that Sweet Velvet sent me. This is the oil perfumery dupe of the Melanie Martinez Crybaby Milk perfume, or Crybaby Perfume Milk, whatever it is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think I've got a couple of different dupes of this. I've got the genre dupe as well as the oil perfumery dupe, and I can't remember, another clone company or another clone house. I think I've got 3 different dupes of this, and this one is by far the best. This one's really fragrant, really long lasting. You get a lot of the strawberry in this one. This is a really beautiful, milky strawberry candy-like scent. Smells maybe just a touch like dolls, but not a powdery doll, like a sweet doll, if that makes sense, like a sweet plastic. almost. It's beautiful. This thing is an absolute beast. You can get, I got a good 7-8 hours out of this oil, lasted forever. I love it. It's just a really beautiful, fun fragrance. So anyways, that is the oil perfumery version of Crybaby Perfume Milk. Next, I wore another beautiful scent that Amy sent over. This is Lancome Jasmins Marzipan, and I love this scent. I absolutely love it. This is the most beautiful, sweet, powdered almond and jasmine scent. It's really syrupy smelling. Very sweet, syrupy, decadent. This thing is an absolute monster. I mean, I got a good 10-12 hours out of this at least. And I love this because there's something kind of nostalgic smelling about it. There's something about this that reminds me of the 80s, something that I smelled, or maybe a perfume from back then. I love this. So yeah, I wore this one. I am gonna mention, somebody left a really nasty comment on this Smelly Mail video when I talked about how I had thrown away fragrances after I had my daughter. People don't understand that that was back in 2000, and then she said something like, you should have sent them to somebody like they send things to you. Well, that was 2012. That was long before I had a YouTube channel. And it was also at a time in my life where I had nobody else that I knew that liked perfume. And the perfumes that I wore back then were not perfumes that people would have really wanted. I was wearing, well, except for maybe a Escada Moon Sparkle. Maybe somebody would have wanted that. But for the most part, I was wearing like Hypnotic Poison, Stella, fragrances that were a little more mature smelling than what you would have smelled on somebody back in 2012. I mean, we're talking like Monsieur Cherie was, and Ralph Lauren Ralph, things like that were the really popular fragrances. So people wouldn't have even, like, I don't even know who I would have given them to. And I didn't really resell, well, I never resold perfume at all back then because I was really, I was just weird about it. So it's not that I didn't want to give them to somebody and would have rather thrown them away. I just threw them away out of ignorance. So yeah, if anybody else got upset about that, that's why I threw them away. But anyways, yeah, that is Jasmins Marzipan from Lancome. This is the last full bottle that I wore, and this is another one that I knew, this is a little heavy for warm weather, but it's fine. I knew that I could tolerate it in warm weather and that it would be perfect for like the cold nights and mornings, or the cold morning and night. This is Guerlain Insolence. This is the EDP formulation. This is beautiful. This is the most beautiful, very sweet, syrupy, candied violet scent. It's gorgeous. This thing is such a beast too. This is probably my favorite candied violet scent ever. I just don't think that you could top this one because it's got that Guerlain base, but then it's just like this really beautiful, really well done sweet candied violet. I love it. It's got other flowers, and I think there's some jasmine in here, maybe some rose, but you don't smell those at all. Really, all you're gonna smell is candied violet. It's beautiful. It's got the slightest touch of powderiness, but it's like a really syrupy kind of powderiness, if that makes sense. Really beautiful. This thing is such a monster of a fragrance, lasts absolutely forever. I could smell this until I washed it off myself the next day. This is such a nuclear fragrance. I don't know what the new one, hi baby. I don't know what the new one in the bee bottle is like. I've heard people say that it's great, that it's really strong and long lasting like this one. And I don't even know if that one's available anymore. I think now it's in the bottle that they kind of, I don't know, it's the Le Petit Noir line. Those bottles, they're like switching all of their fragrances from the bee bottles to those bottles now. So I think it's in that kind of a bottle now. So I can't keep up with how quickly they repackage. It's wild. But anyways, that is Guerlain Insolence. And then last, oh sorry, you're gonna hear the kitten again. He's out here playing. And then last but not least, I wore a Cocoa Pink fragrance. This is Cocoa Pink Sigh. And I love this perfume. This is such a warm, sweet, cozy, kind of delicate, really almost ethereal smelling kind of fragrance. I think it's like vanilla and musks. I can't remember what else is in this. I want to say like vanilla and musks. It's beautiful, but it literally lasts all of like 10 minutes on me. I've had this sample for a long time. This is an oil sample too, so which should perform better than the alcohol samples. And this one still just does not hang around at all. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that when I put it on, I could smell it initially, and then it was like I couldn't smell it at all anymore. But I do think that like an hour or two later, I went to leave the house and I was like putting my purse on and doing all those things, and I was getting a whiff of it every time I was moving. So I think that this one might, I still don't think it lasts maybe any more than, I would say, 3 or 4 hours. But I think that this is one that wears close to the skin, and that even if you quit smelling it pretty immediately, that it's still there. I think that it does still hang around. Oops. I think that it does still hang around for a good maybe 4 hours or so, and you just kind of become nose blind to it because it's just that kind of a scent. It's kind of like a musk scent that you go nose blind to. So I do think this one performs better than I think it does, but yeah, it's just one of those that, I don't know, it's kind of a weird ghost kind of like fragrance. But anyways, that is Cocoa Pink Sigh. And that is gonna be it, you guys. Those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.